Zone of proximal development. So Vygotsky sees the zone of proximal development as the area where the most sensitive instruction or guidance should be given, allowing the child to develop skills they will then use on their own, developing higher mental functions. Vygotsky also views interaction with peers as an effective way of developing skills and strategies. He suggests that teachers use cooperative learning exercises where less competent children develop with help from more skillful peers within the zone of proximal development. So, what Vygotsky wanted to say is in the society or even the institutions are the zone of proximal development where we are surrounded by our parents, peers, and teachers, and they need to guide us in more language acquisition and developing it as a cognitive skill or even other stuff. So, an experiment was conducted by Freund. Freund conducted a study in which children had to decide which items of furniture should be placed in particular houses of a dollhouse. Some children were allowed to play with their mother in a similar situation before they attempted it alone, whilst others were allowed to work on this by themselves. So, in the first situation, which was a zone of proximal development experiment, the children who were allowed to play with their mother, they had a better success rate at the first attempt when they had to attempt it alone. But the children who were experimented through Piaget's discovery learning, they were not as successful as the children before who had guidance. So the conclusion being that guided learning within the ZPD led to greater understanding and performance than working alone. More knowledgeable other. This refers to someone who has a better understanding or a higher ability level than the learner with respect to a particular task, process, or concept. Although the implication is that the MKO is a teacher or an older adult, this is not necessarily the case. Many times a child's peer or an adult's children may be the individuals with more knowledgeable or experience. For example, who is more likely to know more about the newest teenage music groups, how to win at the most recent PlayStation game, or how to correctly perform the newest dance craze, a child or their parents. In fact, the MKO need not to be a person at all. Some companies, to support employees in their learning process, are now using electronic performance support systems. Electronic tutors have also been used in educational settings to facilitate and guide students through the learning process. So, the more knowledgeable other, it means that among all the peers and the people surrounding us, there might be one individual who has who has more knowledge about a certain topic, like just as we have discussed, the teenagers would know more about the teenage music groups or the newest dance craze. So rather than the parent, the child or the teenager would look towards his peers to know more about that topic. Or even the more knowledgeable other cannot be a person at all. It can be an app, it can be a program, it can be anything else which provides much more knowledge than another person. So, to sum it up all, according to Vygotsky, much important learning by the child occurs through social interaction with a skillful tutor. The tutor may model behaviors or provide verbal instructions for the child. Vygotsky refers to this as cooperative or collaborative dialogue. The child seeks to understand the actions or instructions provided by the tutor, often the parent or teacher, then internalize the information, using it to guide or regulate their own performance. So this theory is um, not fully accepted as it has been criticized. Perhaps the main criticism of Vygotsky work concerns the assumption that it is relevant to all cultures. Rogoff dismisses the idea that Vygotsky's ideas are culturally universal and instead states the concept of scaffolding, which is heavily dependent on verbal instruction, may not be equally useful in all cultures of all for all types of learning. Indeed, in some instances, observation and practice may be more effective ways of learning certain skills. So, what the criticism which is presented to us is that Vygotsky presents the idea that interaction and guidance from others helps us to learn, but learning can also be a product of trial and error and sometimes observation and practice. So we cannot say that we are too heavily dependent on the peers around us. Thank you.